Hello YouTubers, Dave here, and this is the first of my cooking videos. I'm following the Slimming World plan on my diet, and basically today I'm going to teach you how to make sin-free, as in no sins, sweet and sour. And yes, that really is a bottle of zero sugar lilt. We'll be putting a little bit of that in just to give it a little bit of sweetness. As you can see, here are all the ingredients before I chop them. I'll just go through some of them for you. It's a very cheap recipe. I think the whole thing costs just over £5 probably, and per portion it probably works out about £1 per portion. So yeah, great recipe this. I'll just go through some of the ingredients. You'll need some chicken breasts. I'm using frozen ones, so I'll have to pre-cook them. But you can, obviously it's nicer if you can use fresh, but just to save a bit of money I'm cheating and using frozen. I'm going to serve them later with some egg noodles, but we don't put them in at this stage. They only take 3 minutes to cook, so nice and quick later on when you want them fresh. Here we've got a little bit of balsamic vinegar, my favourite ingredient that's sin-free, Worcester sauce. I have that just about every meal. Some nice dark soy, a whole pineapple. That was a bit of a bargain this week in the supermarket for £1. I've got some water chestnuts there. They're not essential, but it's a nice to have just to give it that bit of authentic Chinese. Only a few of those. I tend to spread them out amongst my recipes and just make a tin and go a bit further. I've got 2 tins of chopped tomato, 1 pack of passata, and then we've got loads of veggies. I'll just pan out for these. So we've got, and just to explain what I've got there, I've got an onion, handful of mushrooms, 3 tomatoes, a sort of 3/4 of a red chilli, a whole yellow bell pepper, half a green bell pepper, 2 carrots, and a couple of bits of garlic. Not too much, you don't want to overpower it with the garlic, but just it does add a nice flavour. Now here I've got the oil that I'll be using to fry some of the stuff in. This is the wok fry light. I have done it with the normal as well, so any of the fry lights are fine, even the olive oil one. You know, they're brilliant things to save you some calories. 1 calorie a spray, free on Slimming World, just because you use so little in a pan. Great. I'm going to go and prepare these now, and I'll perhaps post a little video of them just chopped up before I do the meal. Okay, thanks. All I'm doing for the frying section here is just basically, I've sprayed a couple of the wok spray into the pan, and I'm just throwing in the onions and garlic, and they'll be done shortly. Hello YouTubers, I'm just back. One ingredient I forgot to mention previously was an essential, some Chinese 5-spice. I'll just show you where I am with a quick update. All I've done here, and I'll just pan back so you can see that fully. I've taken an oven, a quite big oven dish, and just put some spray light on the edge, and I've got my passata, pineapple, onions, carrots, water chestnuts, most of the veg. Any veg that I'm not bothered about frying, I've put into there. And then in a separate bowl here I've just chopped up the onion, garlic and chilli. I'm going to fry that before I put that in with this. And then in the oven I've just got my chicken breasts on an oven tray there. Because mine are frozen, as I mentioned earlier, they take 45 minutes and basically just to cook, so I'm just waiting for those to cook there. And luckily my camera has steamed over, but it seems to have sorted itself out. Sorry about that. It is my first video, so bear with me. I'm sure I'll improve over time. My dishwasher's also decided to kick in, but we'll just carry on for now. Right, I'll come back once I've fried these and added. I've just got some more tomatoes to add to this mix, and I'll show you a live. I'll show you. I wanted to show you really. I figured the chopping veg part's pretty basic, and most people know how to do that. So I'll just show you the actual how much of each sauce to apply, or well, to my taste. Obviously, if you like more or less, that's up to you. And again, go with what you feel you'd like. Previously, I've made this recipe with the tropical crush sugar-free, but I have run out before, and even gone with the no added sugar squash from Asda that's just orange and pineapple. And although the orange taste probably isn't quite right for the recipe, it was still very nice with that. And in a panic when you've not got what you need, sometimes you have to think on your feet and use that. Anyway, I'll come back to you shortly once I've done a bit of frying. My onions are just starting to caramelise nicely now. I'm just going to get them off before they start to burn. They're just a nice golden brown, and the chilli's mixed in nicely with it. So I'll just take those off the heat. And what I'm going to do is put those in with the mixture here. I've added the tomatoes while you're away, and we're just going to give it a good mix, and then I'll show you. We'll get the chicken out of the oven once that's cooked and dice it up. Got a good selection of a good tray of chicken there. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit dark actually, but yeah, in the oven there we've got 6 good breasts there, skinless obviously because we don't want any nasty fat to our recipe. And then we're just going to season the dish. I'll show you the seasoning live, so I've taken all the caps off ready because I'll be doing that one-handed, which should be interesting and probably end in disaster, know me. But yeah, we'll try that shortly. Okay. Hello again. Just to let you know, I've just got the chicken out of the oven and that's all cooked. So I'm just going to chop that up and add that to our mix. While you've been away, I've just taken the fried onions and garlic and chilli and added that to our dish there. Once the chicken's added, give that a good mix up, and then we'll season it. And then add the tropical crush. Right, I've just poured out a glass of the lilt, the diet lilt. Added my chicken to the mix there, and we've got our seasoning ready. Right, I'm just going to mix this up. So this could be interesting. Holding my phone while doing this, colouring in tears, but we'll see. Get all that in there. Give it a good old mix. Really get the pineapple and tomato going through. Tomato and passatta basically act as a little bit of sauce, but then when you add the lilt, it adds a lot of sauce to it. But the good thing about cooking this way is, although it's a lot of preparation up front at the start of the recipe, once you get to this stage, once you put it in the oven, okay, it takes 2 or 3 hours to cook, but you can be relaxing, doing what you like. Like I'm on night shift tonight, so I'm going to go and have a sleep once this is in the oven. And it's low enough that if I do oversleep, it won't burn. Just put it around about 180, just for sort of 3 hours. Check it after 3 hours. Just check the carrots are cooked really, because with the chicken being pre-cooked as well, you don't have to worry about, oh, is the meat done? Do you know? So the beauty of pre-cooking the meat, and that's nicely mixed there. You've got a good mix of flavours throughout there. Right, so let's just start the seasoning. I've just got some coarse black pepper, so we'll start with a bit of that. Not too much because we don't want it too sour. It is sweet and sour, so we'll just add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt. I do use the reduced sodium, but it's down to personal taste really. I just like to try and stay as healthy as possible, so the reduced sodium just better for your blood pressure. And now we'll add the Chinese 5-spice. Now I do like quite a lot of this. It does helps if you don't miss the dish. I'm trying to record and do this. It's a little bit tricky, but there we go. A good amount on there. And hopefully you can see on the film. It's a good, decent amount of 5-spice. Again, with the Worcester sauce, I like plenty of that. But that, again, down to personal taste. If you don't like much, just a little taste of it. I like a good amount of that in there. Be careful with the balsamic vinegar because it is quite a strong taste, so just a few splashes there. I find it just gives it a nice vinegary taste there. Bit of dark soy. This is more for the sour edge. There we go with that. And then I've prepared there a full glass. It's a full glass of Lil. Don't worry, I know it'll look weird when I add it. It'll go all fizzy. And as you can see, it doesn't look like a recipe at all now. You think, what have I done? But believe me, it works really well. So I'll just add in the glass to the sink. So just giving that a good stir now. I'll try and pan back and stir, it's quite tricky. But there we go. And we give that a good stir in. And don't worry, I know it looks really liquidy at the moment, but believe me, after 3 hours in the oven that'll reduce lovely and take on a lovely sweet flavour, even though there's no sugar in it. And as you can see, that's a decent amount of food there for just over £5. It really will keep you going. What I'll do, I'll post up a full text recipe underneath, so have a look below on YouTube and I'll get you a full recipe and method on there. If you've got any comments, I'd love to hear them. If you've got any recipes that perhaps you've got a favourite meal that's really calorific and you'd like my suggestion on how you can change it, I've got thousands of ways of making free food. What I'll do, I'll post up the finished article in a bit. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions for me, what you'd like me to do, perhaps you'd like to see me make fish and chips for free, or you've got a favourite pizza or something you'd perhaps like, seeing if we can do like a reduced version, I'll certainly have a go. Anyway, alright, see you soon.